So these cult members have already taken my picture, viewers. Before I even got here, I was standing right about there. Oh, she's taking a picture of her husband. The cult member still doesn't realize that I'm not talking to her. The cult member seems to be motioning for another cult member. I do believe this is another cult member arriving. So these cult members are positioning themselves a little bit differently today. They're standing directly behind the stand. Typically the cult members will stand next to the stand. This cult member doesn't understand that I'm not even talking to her, but observe her feel the need to call the police anyway. This cult member doesn't understand that this footage is going to be viewed by, I don't know, viewers, about 1,000 people in the next 24 hours. Observe the cult member put her phone away. Observe this cult member not understand that it is perfectly legal for them to be filmed when they are in a public place. I wonder if I were to tell this cult member that I'm filming the surroundings and the sound of my own voice, and they are the ones choosing to stay.
Hi, how are you?
What they would say.
Police, please. Vancouver?
This cult member is filming me. I don't mind being filmed.
We can film each other. Yeah.
I've never asked these cult members not to film me.
I'm good, thank you. I have a problem. I'm standing at a stand at one of Jehovah's Witnesses on the sidewalk in Vancouver, and we have a gentleman who's filming that.
Observe the cult member walk away so that what he's saying to the police can't be picked up on the recording device. This is typical behavior of the early 21st century cult members, to threaten people who aren't even talking to them with the police, and then to be on the phone to the police and not really letting the observer know what they're saying. Oh, he's sort of verbally harassing us. This cult member wants the police officer to come because I'm calling them cult members. Wow. Hi, officer. Yeah, I am one of Jehovah's Witnesses. There's an individual standing in front of me who's not even talking to me, who's talking about me, who's referring to me as a cult member. Would you mind coming and getting rid of him for me, please? This cult member thinks he knows why I am here. I am here to film this beautiful part of the world. This is the Vancouver Art Gallery. This is the Robson Square public area. This gentleman sells artwork. These cult members try to draw people into their cult. These individuals are riding their bikes, and I am enjoying my protected rights and freedoms. This individual thinks I think I know everything. This individual doesn't really understand what I'm doing. I wonder if I were to ask this individual to explain to him what I'm doing, if he would let me. Well, unfortunately, I don't really have the moment to talk to this individual.
Oh yes, of course.
I am engaging in a form of protest. If you'll bear with me, sir, these individuals are on the phone to the police about me, so
okay.
I'm a little busy at the moment. So these cult members are still trying to.
Interact with anybody that has any common sense.
These cult members are still talking to the police. I am looking forward once again to talking to the police today. I was about to read from the February 1st, 2016 letter to bodies of elders regarding witnessing in public places, but I think I'm just going to stand here and watch these cult members try to figure out how to tell the police that someone that isn't even talking to them is harassing them. Observe, viewers. Observe the early 21st century Pacific Northwest cult members doing what they do best. Inviting a level of scrutiny that really, I don't know if anyone else is inviting. If you were to install yourself in a public place, inviting people to either become subjects of God's kingdom or be killed by the God you serve, is it fair to say that you're inviting a level of scrutiny? Is it fair to say that you definitely wouldn't be just minding your own business? I wonder if these cult members, I wonder if these cult members actually think that they're just minding their own business.
You're hiding behind your glasses?
Interesting. This cult member is trying to antagonize me. This cult member is trying to incite me. This cult member doesn't realize that Jehovah's Witnesses have many pictures of me with and without my sunglasses, at carts, in front of Kingdom Halls, inside of Kingdom Halls, on city streets. And according to one cult member, I am even being surveilled at night when I really am just minding my own business. Viewers, you will remember a cult member by the name of Gino Rizzotti, who threatened me with the threatening statement that my nightlife is really interesting, with the implication being that I am being watched at night. So if this cult member thinks I am trying to hide my face by wearing these sunglasses, you know, I think this cult member is really just such a control freak that she wanted me to just take off my sunglasses because she talked about them. See, now if I were to walk over to that cult member, she could then say that I have invaded her personal space. See, that is why they go out in twos. This cult member is once again giving my physical description. This cult member doesn't understand that there is a police file on me. This cult member is not allowed to watch YouTube, and if he had watched YouTube for the last 2 or 3 episodes, he would realize that the police tell me that what I'm doing is perfectly acceptable. The last 2 episodes, the police arrived. The police responded to the cult members. The police spoke to me. The police spoke to the cult members. They spoke to me once more, and then they left, and then the cult members left. So really, I am only engaging in precisely the same form of protest today as I have been. Unfortunately, these cult members are not allowed to watch YouTube, so they end up making fresh fools of themselves every time I show up. We will wait for the police.
We're on the south part.
This cult member is trying to project what a happy, wonderful, positive conversation she's having, what a happy, wonderful, positive day she's having, interacting with other members of the community. I wonder if the person that she's talking to has ever himself been in a cult. I wonder if this person understands what is happening right now. He is watching textbook behavior of early 21st century cult members of the Pacific Northwest. And so are you, viewers. Notice how I am not walking around today, viewers, because if I were to have followed that cult member while she went to talk to that gentleman, she would have been able to say that her personal space was invaded. I wonder if I were to ask this cult member if the police are coming, if he would answer. Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter.
I believe so, yeah.
If the police are coming, that is a good thing. Observe this cult member move the cart back. Observe this cult member hope that I now take one step towards it so that she can then say their personal space has been invaded. This is typical behavior of the early 21st century cult members.
So,
I don't know why you guys aren't over there where you always are.
Oh,
okay, change it.
Jehovah has seen fit to direct that these cult members move somewhere else today.
No, I tried to move away from him, but he's just following.
Observe the cult member say that I've just followed him. Observe the cult member lie to the police and say that he just tried to move away from me when he was moving because this gentleman asked him to. Observe the cult member now try to make me follow him.
No,
Welcome, viewers. We will, I don't really know if it's worth staying around for the police now. You see the behavior manifest once again in this episode. These cult members think that police are to drop what they're doing because when they set up in one place, move a few feet away, and then are followed, that the police should then come and respond. Oh, observe the comfort and love among God's true servants. I passed this cult member on the way here. She knows that I've arrived. Hey, how's it going?
I'm well, how are you?
Pretty good.
Have a chat with me, sir. What's going on today?
I'd like to stay right here if I could. I'd like them to hear this. Oh, well,
Come and talk to me, please.
nope.
I'm investigating an incident and I want to talk to you about it. So what's going on?
Unless you can tell me what crime I've committed, I don't have to not only do what you tell me, I don't have to answer any of your questions today, officer.
Right now, I'm investigating the fact that you're harassing these people
How am I harassing these people?
because you're talking to them when they don't have a
I'm not
to leave.
even talking to them.
Well, you were? Can I have
No,
your
I
name,
wasn't.
please, sir?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So
I
what
wasn't
were
talking
you
to
doing?
them. I'm talking to the viewers. I'm going to be talking to the viewers who are watching you and I talk right now as well.
Which viewers are they?
What's that?
What viewers do you mean? Sorry.
My YouTube viewers.
Okay.
So unless you can tell me what crime I've committed,
Well, these people have asked you to leave them alone and you're not doing it.
well, I'm filming the surroundings.
Yeah?
I am filming the sound of my own voice.
Yeah?
They are the ones choosing to stay.
But they were here first and you come up and you're bugging them.
I am not talking to them, officer. I don't seem to be able to communicate that to you. I'm talking to my YouTube
What's
viewers.
your name, sir?
Again, officer, I've told you that unless you can tell me what crime I've committed.
Why I'm talking to you, and I need to identify you to make sure you're not wanted. So what's your name, sir? It's quite simple.
Do you know a Constable Spencer? Do you know a Constable Miles Teitelbaum? Do you know a Supervisor Manning? Do you know an Officer Murphy, badge number 313?
That's not
There are
question.
several others. Well, I don't answer your questions, officer. I don't answer your questions unless you can tell me what crime I'm suspected of having committed.
Well, 'cause right
Talking.
now,
Hold on a
you're
second.
breaching
May
the
I finish?
peace.
May I
No,
finish?
I know. Right now you're breaching the peace because you're disturbing these people and they've asked you to leave them alone. And you're
I'm
refusing.
filming the surroundings.
You're not. You're filming them.
I'm filming the surroundings.
Then go film the surroundings somewhere else.
You know what? I will go film the surroundings somewhere else.
Perfect. You go do that then. Go on then.
No. I will go film the surroundings when I'm good and ready. I would like to talk to these individuals
They don't want to talk to you.
about what they said to the police about me when I wasn't even talking to them.
Well, if you want to know what people said to the police, you can contact the Freedom of Information Act and they can give you all the information you need.
I don't think you heard me, officer. I want to talk to these individuals
And they
about
don't
what they
want
said to the
talk
police.
you.
Well, they can tell me that themselves.
They have. They've asked you to leave already. And
They can tell me themselves that they don't want to tell me what they said to the police about me when I asked
they've
them.
already told you they don't want to talk to you.
We seem to be having a lack of communication
Because you're
today,
not
officer.
being rational, sir.
Observe this officer tell me I'm not being rational. I'm not doing what she's telling me to do,
Yeah.
so therefore I'm not being rational.
They've asked you not to talk to them and you're continuing to do so.
Well, they've talked to the police about me. I'd like to know what was said.
Well, if you want to know what was said, you can get the police report by the Freedom of Information Act. They don't have to give you that information.
I'd
You
rather
can get
not
that
involve you.
information yourself.
I'd rather work things out with your involvement,
rather be late
without
to
your
it.
involvement. Rather than what?
You can get that information from the
I'm
Freedom
sorry.
of
Did you
Information
just insult me?
Act. No.
What did you just say? I didn't hear.
Then you should listen better.
Yes, the only thing I thought was
What I'm saying is you can get any information the police have.
All
on you
you're
from the
saying
Freedom
is that
of
I should
Information
listen better.
Act. I just said that. Yes, you should listen better.
Yeah, I should listen better.
Yeah.
And now, if I were to say to you the same thing, I wonder how quickly you'd put me in handcuffs.
I won't put you in handcuffs.
I wonder how quickly you would slap the cuffs on me if I said, maybe you need to listen a little better. So these cult members are standing on transit property.